So far, I've only made 2 commentary videos on this channel, and neither of them really showed who I am, like, told any stories about my real life, like my personality. So, so far, I've only made 2 commentary videos, and neither one of the videos really showed who I am. So, I'm in high school. I'm going into grade 12 this year, and I did play basketball my freshman and sophomore year of high school. And yes, I did suck at basketball. I was the backup point guard. It was fucking awful. I mean, it was fun to travel with the team and all, but I don't know. I was a backup. But the one thing I sucked more than basketball was definitely math. I fucking hated math. I just couldn't do shit with numbers. Like, it just hurt my brain. Going into that classroom and just breathing the math air, it was just awful. I fucking hated it. So it was the first week of my sophomore year, and so it was the first week of our first week of So it was the first week of school, and we were getting all our classes, and my first sem classes were like super hard. So I had a shit ton of hard classes in like my science, history, and all that shit. And then right in between lunch and third period, I had math class. And during third period, I had math class. And I don't know what it is about third period classes. Like, I just can't focus in my third period classes. Just, I don't know if it's because I'm hungry or I'm just too excited for like the lunch break. I just can't focus. Oh. And it didn't help that it was our teacher's first time teaching a class. What the hell? Since it was her first class, she didn't have her own classroom. Like, this is her first year at her school. And she didn't have a classroom, so she would have this really weird schedule of sharing 2 classrooms with 2 different teachers. And I don't know if they were like training her, but yeah, she had one room for third period where I would go for math class, and then she had another room which was her main room and where she kept all her belongings and shit like that. She kept her belongings, and then she had her main room where she kept her belongings, and then she had her main room where she kept the belongings, the assignments, and of course, she also kept the cheat sheets for every single math test in grade 10. So, my plan was and for the first couple weeks of school, me and my friends, we just sticked around. We didn't take the class seriously. We didn't really listen in class or anything. But one day she said, like, right when school started, but one day school started and she announced to the class that we were gonna have a test next Monday. And I had no idea what we were even doing in that class. Like, I was so lost. Like, I knew if I went to the test, even if I did study, I was gonna fail it, because like a week wasn't enough to learn everything. And a big reason why I wanted to get my good grades so bad was because Black Ops 4 was coming out, and I really wanted to get the game. We all know it was shit, but like, I thought it was gonna be super good. So I was like super hyped for it, and I was like, I need good grades, so my mom will pre-order it for me. Shit like that. So knowing that I was gonna fail that test on Monday, I had the genius idea to take the cheat sheets.
Allied cluster strike incoming.
Bro. So I had the genius idea to take the math sheets. Oh fuck. So I had the genius idea to take the math cheats. So I had the genius idea to take the math sheets and take them to the bathroom so I can take pictures of them all. So I can take pictures of every single math sheet. So when class was over, when the class was over and the coast was clear, I went to her main room and I snooped through all her stuff just to get like the cheat sheets. I took the cheat sheets, ran to the bathroom, and I took pictures of every single cheat sheet. So I had all the test answers, including the one for Monday, and I was set.
Enemy care package inbound. We're halfway there. Keep going.
It would have been all fine if I just left it at that, but like I just had to tell people what I just did. I ended up telling one of my friends named Derek, and he was new to the school and everything. And later that day, he ended up DMing me saying, "Hey man, I need the test answers too. I'm gonna fail. Blah blah blah." He ended up convincing me, and we made an agreement where he would give me $20 and I would send him the answers to the test. So the next day, he paid me $20. And we were both happy. And for the first two tests, me and Derek got 100%. But after a week of acing the, a week after acing the first two tests, the principal called me down when I was in the middle of taking notes in history. And I didn't really know. Oh my god, dude, I can't play and talk. But after a week of acing the second test, I was called down to the office. And I'm never called down to the office, so I was super paranoid on what I was being called down for. And obviously deep down I knew, hey, I should probably delete the videos. Hey, I should probably delete the photos of the tests. But the other side of me was like, nah, let's just keep them. So I ended up giving my phone to my friend named Derek. So I ended up giving the phone to Derek. And I went down to the office, and as soon as I go into the office, she was like, "Oh, we know you cheated." So I go down to the office, and I remember she was very honest with me. She just straight up told me, "Did you cheat on the test for trigonometry, blah blah blah?" And I obviously said, "No, I didn't." And I actually pretended to get offended, and I was like, "Are you accusing me on cheating on the test that I studied super hard for?" And she, forget what she said. And she just said, yeah, I am. And after that, I thought I pulled it off. And then after that, she said, after that, she went back. Uh, after that, she goes to the principal's office and she brings him into her office. So all three of us can talk. She sets up like a little, I don't know, like a parent-teacher conference type meeting. She sets that up and they just asked me if I have my phone, and I said no, I don't. I left that at home. I'm obviously not gonna tell, hey, my friend Derek has my phone. I didn't say that. I just said I left it at home, and he was like, okay, well, we're gonna go down to your classroom right now to make sure you're not lying and search your bag. So they do that, and when we get to the classroom, everyone's packing up and everyone's talking and moving around. So Derek comes up to me and he says, oh, here's your phone. And Derek comes up to me and he's like, I shit you not, this is what he said. He comes up to me, gives me my phone right in front of the principal, and I just was so astonished on how stupid he was. Like, I don't know if he smoked Sharpie when I was in the office, or like he's just that retarded. Like, I don't know. That's what got us all fucked. If he never did that, we probably would have got away with it, and it probably would have been fine. But it is what it is. I go back to the office, and he starts investigating us one-on-one, Cena for Stories match, blah blah blah. And they obviously didn't. They also made me rewrite the test to see if I would get 100% again, and I obviously didn't. But I mean, it is what it is. I deserve to get caught. Like, don't cheat. I guess that's the lesson in this video. But I ended up getting in a lot of shit, and I ended up not getting the BO4 right away because I got grounded for, I think it was 6 months. I got my PlayStation taken away for 6 months. And honestly, I mean, I didn't mind it. Like, the first week was hell. Like, I was like, damn, 6 months is a long time. And I don't know. I ended up living, and the next day he calls me into his room, and